All right. Now we're going. Is that okay? Yes. Now, you notice the day after it's the same old, same old, same old. Same old, same old. Day after day after day. Except, what happens when the day comes? When it's not the same old, same old. You know, they're trying to push electric semis. Okay? Let's say they do. How far can a semi go on a charge? Okay, let's say this semi is a reefer, refrigerated truck. And the refrigeration unit also draws power from the batteries that run the truck. How far will that go? How long will it take to recharge the truck before whatever it's carrying that needs refrigeration rots? What then? What then? You see, they're so critical about climate change. Have they even thought about keeping human beings alive? They're flooding America with foreigners. I wonder why. So they can flush out the Americans that are used to having true freedom and not tyranny? So that the people that are here, that are coming here illegally, are used to tyranny and oppression? So that the government can drive them like the Democrats drove the slaves back in the 17 and 1800s? Is that what they're looking to do? You know, it makes you wonder. Have you ever thought? You know, most people don't believe that God is, that Jesus came here, died, and when he did, he took all our sins with him. And in doing so, he saved those who will accept his sacrifice. I have accepted. I know Jesus. He hangs around, and I hang around, and we hang around. But, you see, the thing is, the Democrats, they haven't thought about, well, what happens when the trucking industry goes defunct? When it goes bottoms up? There's nothing left. You can't get your food. What happens in the inner cities? No food in the grocery store? Oh, well, we'll just go to the neighbor's house, shoot him, beat him up, take his food. But what about the next day? And the next day? And the next day? What then? Because you see, there's going to be a day that Jesus comes and takes his bride, the church. Those who truly believe in Jesus will be taken up just like that. You'll never know where they went or how fast they took off. But they won't be here anymore. And what happens if that happens in the winter? Who's going to heat your house? Because the government, they don't want what they call fossil fuels, coal, gas, natural gas. They don't want all that. Why? Sounds like a scheme to me. We can take all of their heating away, kill them all. Hey, there you go. And the people living on the streets, well, hey, they're nothing. We can just execute them, drive them down the road with a machine gun sticking out the window. Right? I'm sure the government, they'd probably be proud to do it. They'd probably give out awards for the one that gets the most. You see, mankind can think of all kinds of garbage. But what is the truth? What is the truth? The truth is, no one is entitled to anything. It's all given to us by God, the Creator. So we should all be thankful for what God provides for us. I am. I know I would have nothing. There would be nothing without God, without His creation. There'd be nothing. You wouldn't even be alive. But you see, people get into these day after day after day. It's the same old, same old. So, what happens when it isn't the same old, same old? What are you going to do? Do you have enough survival kits? I doubt it. Because when Jesus comes at the rapture and the tribulation or the wrath of God begins, that's going to be 7 years. It's going to be 3.5 years of anger, and then it's going to be 3.5 years of you ain't going to want to be alive. But there will be those left here to be witnesses to God's goodness so that they can teach of God's greatness, of His love, His awesomeness, so that you can be saved. The rest, well, you see, if you loved somebody, you gave them everything that you had, and they just kicked you in the teeth, would that make you a little mad? If they kept kicking you in the teeth, and you kept giving and giving and giving, would that make you mad? It makes God mad. He don't like to be kicked in the teeth. He doesn't like to be taken advantage of. He gave us all of this great earth. I know there's some people that can't get out of the inner city, but they can. If they'll give up relying on the government. The government could care less if you're alive or not. They only keep you alive to keep there from being riots against them. A revolution taking them out. They don't want to relinquish their power. They don't want to. And they'll hang on to it for as long as they can. And the end of that will be probably when they hear Jesus say, "Depart from me, I never knew you." And into the lake of fire they go, where there is nobody else. No light, no love, nothing but you and darkness. So you can scream and grind your teeth as much as you want, forever. So my suggestion is, think about what can happen. Get a Bible, read it, and find out what God is doing. Because He's the one in control.